To the Committee of the Whole meeting for Wednesday, January 15th. We're starting right at 6 p.m. And just so the public at home knows that at 7:30, there will be a special public council meeting as well. That'll be part of this Committee of the Whole. And there will be a point in this Committee of the Whole meeting where we go in camera for a bit. At this time, I'd like to confirm the agenda. Are there any emergent items from any of the councilors tonight? Seeing and hearing none. Anything from admin or ledge services? Jonathan?
Nothing from administration, Your Worship.
Thank you. Then Councillor Langmaid.
I'd like to move that council adopt the January 15th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting agenda as presented, please.
Thank you. I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
And that motion is carried. We have no delegations tonight. And we move now to 4.1, confirmation of the Committee of the Whole meeting minutes for November 13th, 2024. Councillor Peterson.
Your Worship, I'd move that Council adopt the November 13th, 2024 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes as presented in Attachment 1.
Thank you. And is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
And that motion is carried. We move to item 5, business. 5.1, financial reserve policy, number 1817. Good evening, Liana.
Good evening, Your Worship and Council. As you know, in 2023, Finance was in front of you bringing the financial reserve policy as a rewrite. So now that we've had this policy for a little over a year and a half, we have some minor amendments that we'd like to bring to Council for adoption. So I want to start off by thanking each of you for being so diligent, ensuring that we are managing our money for our residents here. I know we've had some very tough challenges with our budgets, and we've been fiscally responsible. So tonight I'm asking for some feedback on this amended reserve policy, and mainly it is just the attachment that describes each of the reserves. So when I wrote this report a week or so ago, I wanted to bring two reserve policies, or two reserve for discussion. One was an operating reserve called for snow clearing, and one was for land capital. It was brought to my attention as I sat down here tonight. There's also another capital reserve that we need to add into this policy, and this is due to a contractual agreement with our joint use agreement. So we need to have the George Freeman Sports Reserve, which I'll be adding to this reserve policy. So during the 2025 budget, Council approved an annual repair, maintenance, and replacement contribution of 1%. This was a tough decision for you, because what this did is it said, we're going to increase taxes. So administration is recommending that we update this policy to ensure that we're putting money away properly. And the reason that we wanted to ensure that this was brought to your attention is we also want to share with the community that we did do this additional transfer, that we are putting money away for our asset replacements. So within the fiscal sustainability reserve, what administration is recommending is we pull the snow clearing out of that reserve and creating a complete other reserve for snow clearing for our extraordinary snow events. This makes it more transparent for Council, administration, and the community. To support the development of this reserve in the years where there's surplus snow removal, these funds would be transferred into the reserve, or where we haven't used it in, say we have not a heavy snow year. I can tell you right now, Finance has not calculated what the 2024 snow looks like right now. Hopefully in the next couple weeks, we'll have this piece updated. What we would also do is then transfer any money that was in the fiscal sustainability or financial sustainability reserve that was earmarked for snow clearing into this reserve to start the reserve. Administration is also recommending that we create a new reserve for land capital to ensure that we're clear and transparent how any surplus funds or transfers from sales of land are earmarked for strategic land purchases. We heard loud and clear from council that we need to have a land strategy. But in order to have a land strategy, we better have a tool on how we're going to track this. So this was the second reserve that administration was recommending. And then the final one, as I mentioned, is due to our contractual agreement for George Freeman Sports Center. Does anybody have any questions?
I don't have questions, but I really am appreciative of the three things that are being brought to us as far as the capital reserve policy. I think the land strategy is one that is, as you said, that all of us feel it's really important. And snow removal is always an issue for us, so that's good to create a separate one. Thank you for all your work on this, finance team and admin. Any questions for Liana? Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
We move now to item 6, closed meeting. Looking for a motion to go in camera. Councillor Wegener,
I move that council move in camera to discuss items related to section 24(1)(b)(I) of the Freedom of Information and Privacy Act at 6:08 p.m.
thank you. You've all heard the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
And the motion is carried. We will be going in camera right away. And just a reminder to the public, again, 7:30, we have a special council meeting